YouTube stream. Pocket loaded on our PC. Tipsy McStagger, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Tag the Discord server. Snap enjoyers, I do not plan to be live this weekend, so I will be doing more Snap on Monday. Pocket channel. Clear some more of the PvP event today, methinks. Does that mean weekend Pokemon? I don't think I'm gonna be live this weekend. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I'll probably take the weekend to rest up. Oh, the second part of this Wonder Pick event is live, by the way. So there's more things to do with these blue tickets in the shop. There's sleeves and a playmat and other stuff in there. Just looking for 2-star cards at this point. Lower rarity stuff doesn't really matter. Shop up here real quick. There's nothing in the client to indicate that the shop tickets are going to be, or that hourglasses are limited. I grab the playmat. I assume if I keep playing every day, we'll have enough to get all of it, and then there's Shine Dust here at 50 a pop to spend it all on. I did get 2 Lapras EX. I don't know that I intend to play any games with it. I did see a YouTube video that said it was OP though, so maybe we should, but I think I'm gonna shy away from playing that for now, and we'll focus on other things. It took me like 2 dozen packs, I think, to get them. Well, there's more of these in here, too. Okay, Wonder Pick. Collect colorless cards. And these. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely be able to buy out the event shop with these, for sure. I don't think Lapras being bad has anything to do with Pikachu. I think Lapras is bad because it's clearly balanced around, what's it called? Existing? Misty. A lot of water cards are just going to be bad because they would be too good otherwise with Misty. Alright, we had a couple of viewer deck submissions we did not get to yesterday, so let's go ahead and give it a try here. What are people using? In 2024, are people really still using third-party antivirus? The LD player is verified by the Microsoft Store, and Windows Defender didn't have any problems with it. I saw some other people saying that it flagged it as well, but I haven't had any problems. I've been using it for a few days now. Native Windows security, weird. Oh, it's flagging the APKs that are built into it. Oh, that's interesting. Mine didn't do that, though. I'm mostly wondering, like, what are you doing on your computer that you think you need protection? This is an incredible start for us here. We have the full Nido line and the Wheezing for coughing. This is local man about to be red carded. Any tips for dealing with red card? Yeah, don't play your professor's researches early unless you have to. We were chatting about it in the subs Discord server last night, but I had someone in a YouTube comment on the Pocket channel be very upset that I would call red card bad. Because they said, and I quote, if red card was actually bad, you wouldn't play around it. And they just, like, could not get through their head that, like, you should play around cards that are common. Nice hand scope into red card. Here's my Wheezing and my Nido Reno that I redrew. Well done. Well done, gamer. Was it good for you? It was good for me. Like, card's so obnoxious. I am my why Pokemon Pocket doesn't need ranked video will be going up here soon, and then I think my next non-gameplay thing is putting together this is the math showing why red card is bad in Pokemon Pocket. The community desperately needs to hear that. Some Noombars. So if I tackle, it does 50. They poison to, I think I Giovanni, right? Because that means I do 60 plus 10 on poison, and then if they attack me, they die on the backswing, right? This means I have to back off. Yes, you should be playing around cards they are likely to have, regardless of how good or bad those cards are generically in the format. Yeah, so they take 1 knockout point and put my Wheezing down, but I take 2 knockout points and put their Mewtwo down, and they're down energy. They're trading 2 energy for 1 energy here. Nido can get a couple of draws here. They're going to be up a creek without a paddle. There's Big Mama. This does 60. Feeling horny. Nido King is lethal next turn. 1 Nido in her 2 Nidos and 8 cards plus 1, or no, we're out of research actually. I lied. Put Mama Kangaskhan on the bench and Nido Reno got horny all of a sudden. There he is. There's Daddy. The best part is they hand scoped us, so they know we top decked it. Imagine playing a card that lets you know how lucky your opponent is. Couldn't be our opponent.
Lunch.
You brought me my lunch. Thank you, baby girl.
I just came down here to bring you your lunch.
Thank you. You're a good helper. Yeah, that's the thing when you see things like hand scope and red carded decks. Like, I always feel like, man, I wish I could fit another potion in here. Or man, I wish I could fit another X speed in here. Or man, I want a second Sabrina or a second Giovanni. Like, I can't fathom devoting a deck slot to a card that's a brick that much of the time. I'm a believer in regard. It's okay to be bad at math. We're gonna make fun of you here when you bring up that you're bad at math, but it's acceptable. I promise you, you're not the only one that's bad at math here. You're among friends. Are Nido King and Nido Queen the only dark deck? No, actually, the established good dark deck is Wheezing Arbok, sometimes Muck Splash. I like the Muck Splash. Yes, the cutting my hair and beard makes it a lot more apparent that I've lost weight this year. Big bushy beard. Harder to tell that I've dropped some pounds. Ooh. Insane top deck here. Actually, just get to OTK this routes. Hit him with the leak, hit him for 50. Goblin up the Mewtwo gamers this morning. People always ask me different questions when I shave my hair or beard. But really, chat, I promise you, my decisions are paved simply by the path of least resistance. The reason why I shave my mustache all the way off when I trim my beard is because otherwise I have to trim the mustache before I trim the rest of the beard. And by sculpting my face in this manner, it gives me the literal most amount of time possible before I need to think about picking my razor up again. Do we Sabrina here? It might be worth Sabrina-ing here, because it means I either get to KO the routes or I get to put damage on a Mewtwo, and I think either of those results are good for us. You even math your face group time. Gotta optimize, chat. Gotta optimize. So without a Gardevoir, this Mewtwo's a lot less scary, right? It's going to take it time to build up to side drive, but I also don't have Nido King on deck as a concern. They finally hit Grillia. Interesting dynamic here. If we gas leak the Slowpoke and then crack it for 50, it doesn't get knocked out until the turn passes back to us next turn, which is really solid timing. Hopefully we draw Nido Reno next turn would be ideal. Please red card me. They already burned 2 potions, yeah? So they either need another X speed with their energy for the turn. What do you think is the price points to play this game competitively? Well, it's worth noting there's no, by competitively you mean like enter tournaments right away? Because there's no like sweaty ranked ladder in this game. I had about 85 to 90% of the cards, mechanically unique cards, for about $100. I had about 99% of them for $300. I think you could definitely build a stock deck or 2 for about that $100 price point if you don't want to wait. My favorite deck at the moment. I really like the Blaine deck. No, I've been playing the most of off stream. I think I'm gonna play in one of the community tournaments tonight. I think that's probably what I'm gonna play. My favorite axis of competitive and reasonable, I think. I was very confused they let the Slowpoke die. Seems like that was probably a mistake on their part. I don't have Nido King in hand here, but if we top deck it, we can always Koga back and clear. But we should be in a good spot here regardless. 2 Nidos and 8 cards. Oh, I suppose putting this up means if I research into the King. That doesn't work. That's fine though. Nido clears anything in their backline in 1, yeah? Not a big deal. He does. He effectively does 120. He does 110 with weakness plus poison on a cycle. So, they get another knockout here, but we're playing all 1 knockout point cards, right? So they cleared 2 of my things, but it doesn't win them the game. Alright, so people are asking for the details on this deck list. I need to roll a Twitch advert anyways, so let's go ahead and we'll throw that up on screen for you to grab. I'm going to poke over and use the restroom really quick. When we get back, we're going to play some more games with this. Seems pretty reasonable. Catch you in a minute, gamers. You cannot evolve Pikachu EX into Raichu. No. Little Hill, thanks for the membership on the YouTube side. Appreciate it. How do you play Pocket on PC? I'm playing Pocket on PC using LD Player. I'll give you a link to my setup. You have a Raichu deck that you like? Not offhand, no. Some folks have played Raichu Surge as a finisher in Pikachu EX, which is fine. What is the purpose of one Kangaskhan? Kangaskhan always has the same purpose in every deck. It is a bulky basic that does an okay amount of damage for a single energy that buys you time against aggressive decks like Pikachu EX and Starmie EX to let you set up your backline. In my opinion, most people playing 3 or 4 basics in their decks are wrong. 5 basics should be the floor on your deck for basics that you're playing. No reason to research here. I already have Weezing queued up. Holding the research plays around red card, which is coming. How many what-ofs do you think is too many in this game? I think questions like that, trying to lock yourself into heuristics across all of your decks, are one of the worst things you can do in a game like Pokemon Pocket. Oh no, they red carded me, and then the statistically probable thing happened. I redrew the card that I wanted to have in my hand anyways. Oh no, how will I ever recover from this red card, chat? Oh no! Not red card. You should check out my meta breakdown if you want a data-driven approach to analyzing what are the best cards in Pokemon Pocket. Walked through over 1,500 competitors' deck lists from tournaments. Rather than just blowing smoke up your butt with my feels. I would prefer vibes and confirmation bias, please. LOL. So, get to see the real power of Weezing here. It's not just his consistent, steady source of damage, but also that tankiness when paired with our gorgeous full art Koga. Gets to pull him back and deny the opponent the knockout. It costs us an energy to do this, but that's fine. We're A-okay with expending that resource. That was decent, but imagine if you had a dome fossil instead. Heinous Nido Kings, please, deck. A few more looks at it next turn. What's your take on Misty as a card? I think Misty is the singular worst designed card in Pokemon Pocket. And it's going to put an incredible strain on Pocket's design team in the long term. Statistically, we hit the king area. We got 3 looks into 2 hits. Sad if we miss, though. There's Daddy. Hail to the king, baby. Hail to the king. And Moltres. I think Moltres is a fine, reasonable design. Moltres has a consistent energy expectation from it. We've had some good games with this, so I'll probably post a YouTube highlight with it at some point in the future, and I'm excited for someone to tell me I copied the list from Mogwai, as he posted a highlight with it today. I'm surprised they ruled out changes and reworks. I'm gonna need you to cite a source on that. In fact, I'm gonna time you out, and I'll formally apologize if you can come back and cite an official source on they won't rework cards in this game. I'm pretty sure we have no official confirmation from Dina on whether or not they plan to do bans or reworks. And the only information that we kind of have is there's literally text in client that says they reserve the right to change or rework cards, or to ban or change cards. It doesn't say which of those two they will do. Yes, I would bet that too, Jummer. I would be surprised if they take the banning approach as opposed to reworks, but they haven't confirmed one way or the other from my knowledge. Weak to fighting, lads, gamers. Peck here. If they put an energy on the Machop, we could switch up to Nido Rito and then hit him with the Giovanni for the clear, which would be clean. I really just don't think speculating on what I think they will or won't do is a constructive use of my time. because we have no historical data to reference that would imply they're going to do one thing in either direction. I think anybody telling you they have some type of base for speculation is just trying to tell you what you want to hear. People need to be more willing to be like, I don't know, more frequently. Yeah, I'm actually interested to see if they eventually give me a hard time here about using my username as Jeff Hoagland, because that's my handle everywhere, because Pokemon Unite actually banned my name as my username and wouldn't let me use it, which was frustrating as a content creator. So hopefully they don't do that here. No, nothing like that, Little Hill. So there's no compelling reason for me to attack with Wheezing this turn, because I'm weak to fighting, and this does 120 total with weakness when the Primeape has damage on it. So by waiting a turn to put damage on them, I get an extra turn, and I want an extra turn to get energy on Nidorino and also draw a Nidoking. So I'm intentionally passing and not gassing here because I want them to take 2 turns to put my Wheezing down. We evolve the Nidoran to play around Hitmonlee. Yeah, maybe. Gives it a higher retreat cost, though. This is a real concern. I think without Hitmonlee out yet, I'm not going to play around it. That's fine. K2, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. I accept? Question mark? Weird Sabrina timing here. So this puts them ahead in terms of knockout points, but they're really far behind in terms of tempo now, yeah? I need to find a Nidoking, though. So I get to clear this. I'm just not going to have a good answer to the Primeape, is the problem. They're going to get their second knockout point on this Wheezing. If I hit the Nido King next turn, which we're about 50% to, 2 research. We have 2 research and 2 kings in the deck. If we hit that half, the king puts down the Primeape, and then they're on 0 energy, and we should be good to go. Yeah, it's gonna come down to if we hit the king, they've made bad tempo exchanges. Yeah, if we miss the king, the ape solos. Oh, that's interesting. They must have misclicked. They must have misclicked. I think we're very likely to win that regardless. Like I said, if they had play there. We're about 50-50. If they hit the energy on the Primeape and then knocked out the Weezing like they should have, we put the Nido Rito up, and then there were 8 cards in our deck with 2 kings and 2 research, and a research with 2 kings and 7 draws is pretty likely. So I think we were 50-50 to take that one, despite the weak disadvantage, right? Because once we knock out the Primeape, they would have had no energy left on the board, and then the king cleans up before they could do anything. It's been really solid, Dine. We're about 20 minutes in or so. And clean games. Nido King's a pretty playable card, I think. And Weezing is obviously stellar. I actually completely disagree that this game doesn't have good balancing on first and second. I think there's a lot of cards right now that prefer to go second, but there's also a number of cards like Coughing and Wheezing that prefer to go first. Nido Queen is unfortunately just not very good. Her payoff is not worth the inconsistency. Nido Queen doesn't just need 1 stage 2, she needs 2 stage 2s. Why does Weezing prefer to go first? Because Weezing is a stage 1 Pokemon with a good 1 energy attack. So it likes going first because it can evolve an attack on the first turn, the first possible advantage. Going second has an energy advantage. Going first has an evolutionary advantage. Giovanni. Unlucky. Guess I should have done this first. Can't play Giovanni now because we already did a supporter for the turn. You'll be surprised to hear the subreddit is extremely upset about play order balance. Yeah, that people on frequent websites like that tend to be bad at game design stuff. Or not understand the details. I think the going first versus going second balance is something that's easily sorted through printing more cards that enjoy going first. To people who don't understand technology basics, the LD player specific installer that includes Pokemon Pocket has APK files in it to install Pokemon Pocket from, and a lot of antivirus software auto flags APK files because they're non-Microsoft signed software installers. says heads up / FYI. The LD player itself is signed by Microsoft or whatever. There's no non-trusted thing that pops up when you do it. If we brick on the king this turn, we're gonna need to send the Weezing up, unfortunately. Like I would ever brick on the king, chat. Pfft, imagine bricking on the king. Couldn't be me. Must be one of those lesser Pokemon Pocket players. Is it mainly just cards with good 1-cost abilities that prefer going first? It's stage 1 cards with 1-cost abilities that like going first. So, examples of these. Regular Marowak, Weezing, Executor and Executor EX, Rapidash, etc. Alright, can we start building up another king in the back? I'm gonna get the Giovanni in this turn, just put as much damage out as possible. Because I'm gonna need to start Kogaing the Weezings on the shuffle. Farfetch'd is actually an example of a card that likes going second, because Farfetch'd attacks on the first turn for 1 energy. It's not a stage 1. No, Duck's actually an example of a card that likes going second. We could just get buried by Erica's here, is very possible. Weezing might buy us enough time to get to another Nidoking. Oh, they have potions on top of the Ericas. Yeah, this monster heals for 30. So long as they don't mess up and play a basic, we're probably done here. But this is their first knockout point, so second Nidoking maybe gets us across the finish line. But the Weezings only tread water, right? Well, I guess they do 20 per cycle, right? Because of the poison. They mostly just tread water. I'm through all my basics, right? I believe. Yep. I think I'd put in Kangaskhan out, because if they Sabrina me, I'd prefer they knock out Kangaskhan rather than my other two. Yeah, my hope is, because they're playing Potion, that they don't have room for Giovanni. But people play all sorts of stuff, so... I 100% agree that the best decks in Pokemon Pocket right now prefer to go first, or go second. But acknowledging that is very different than saying, okay, I think going second is always best and there's a design problem here that needs to change. Do you understand that difference? That's where I'm at. There's a lot of people that are talking about going first like it needs to be fixed and changed, and I don't agree with that take. I think it's incorrect to assert that we have a game design problem and not just a current card pool thing. I would expect that over time, there will be different decks that prefer going first and different decks that prefer going second, and what is more ideal will change depending on what cards are in the game. Yeah, imagine trying to explain nuance to people on the internet. All right, they have one more potion in their deck? No, they're through it. Okay. So the only healing they have left here, the only healing they have left is on the actual Venusaur. And I have 2 Weezings, which means 2 Weezings means that Sabrina's not a concern here. So we can actually count this out now, right? So they go up to 60. They go down to 20. They go up to 50. I think we've got him. I think we've got them. Math. Loose counting, I believe, says we've got them. Because there's also only 2 cards in my deck, so I'm guaranteed to get Koga here. They could have Giovanni. If they've got a fun of Giovanni in their deck, they've got us. But this is my second Koga here. So they go down to 20. They're going to go up to 50, down to 40. Yeah, no Giovanni here, and they die. They're going to go up to 50, down to 40. Our Weezing clears them on the next cycle. Yeah, we don't even need the Koga, is accurate. I bet, do they have a 5th basic? If they're only on 4 basics, their other basics are here, so the Sabrina gets them. Yeah, and it looks like they're only on 4 basics, so they're done. Bye, Felicia. What a slog of a game. Nido King really... This is a game that Arbok Weezing never wins. Unless you're playing Muck. Like... Nido King having that big, heavy hitter is a big deal. I think Nido King is a pretty real card. Yeah. I think this deck probably is bad against Charizard, but I also don't think Charizard's a very good deck with how popular Pikachu is right now. Rhino, thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. All right, let's play 1 or 2 more with this. We'll need to take a Twitch ad break, and then we'll swap decks to the next thing, huh? I'll make sure we don't sit on one thing for too long. CX Gaming. All right, let's see how their Misties go. Hello, toddler girl. What you doing?
I want some yogurt.
You want some yogurt?
Yeah, but make M&M.
Okay, I'll be up in just a minute, okay?
Why?
You wanna sit with me for a minute?
Yeah.
Hurrah!
I want to sit with you until you're gonna bring me my yogurt.
We can do that. Heartless, thank you for the baker's dozen. Welcome back. Sometimes dads just bring yogurt better than mom's chat. Gotta come get your yogurt hookup from dad in the basement. Okay, hey, I need you to be calm while we hang out while Daddy's working, okay? I know that's tough when you're 4, though.
Daddy.
Yes, Haley.
I'm gonna sit with you until you're gonna bring me my yogurt.
Yes, you can sit here so long as you're good, okay? Buckle. Okay. All buckled in.
Now I need to turn my phone.
Have you seen the Mankey Frog Ninja deck? I'd be surprised if Mankey and Greninja are a good pairing. Primeape takes 2 fighting energy, which is quite a bit, which makes it hard to play in 2 colors. I also think both Mankey... Well, I guess Mankey's good against Pikachu. It's a shame Primeape doesn't take a colorless. Alright, they bricked on their Misty. They have a potion, though. I think the brick on Misty means they're just going to be too slow here. Lapras is so clunky. accounting for Giovanni. They're taking 20 per cycle, but I guess they're healing 20 now. Yeah, the Giovanni does not change the clock, so I'm just going to tackle them. They think you're adorable. Are you adorable?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're probably right. Chet gets one right on occasion. The possibly Premake Ranger if you also play Brock. Well, Brock isn't like Misty. Brock only works with a very select few fighting Pokemon, unfortunately. He's kind of mid. Alright. I would like one Nido King off the top here, please. Oh, another Weezing. I think I just have to hope to fade the Giovanni out of them. It's a shame we also bricked on drawing another basic here. Like Kangaskhan or Coughing would have also been fine.
You don't want me my yogurt yet.
You may go wait upstairs. I'll be up in just a minute to get you yogurt, okay? Go wait here. Did you just red card me? While I'm sitting here bricking on my stage 2? Hello? Bueller? Hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Anyone? I mean, I guess they're taking my Weezing away. Isn't Koga's interaction with Weezing OP? Ah, yes, the two types of cards in card games. Unplayable ones and OP ones. The card games change, but the card gamers remain eternally the same. Speaking of card gamers being eternally the same, imagine sitting here in the tank while you have the card that wins you the game the entire time and running the freaking rope down. What a steaming turd. Few things make me not click the thanks button, but that's definitely one of them. Alright, gamers. We are going to... I'm going to deliver the toddler upstairs with some yogurt. And when we get back, we are going to try some Molly Wiggly. That was a viewer idea from yesterday we did not get to. I'll see you in 120 seconds. We're going to play some of this when we return. Thanks for hanging out, Dokoder. I think Meowth is an awful card, and you should always play Farfetch'd or Kangaskhan instead.
Hello, I'm a toadie.
All right, toddler girl. Let's go get you some yogurt. I need you to walk, though, because Dad needs to carry his trash upstairs. Thank you. It was leftover sandwich from earlier. Even in Mewtwo. Yes, even in Mewtwo. I think Meowth is bad everywhere. If you think you want to play Meowth, you're probably wrong, and you'll probably have better results with Kangaskhan and Farfetch'd. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. BRB. All right, our opening this game is absolutely quacked, gamers. Farfetch'd is here, and it is ready to slap. Hit the Jigglypuff right away, too. Who would win, chat? Genetically engineered Pokemon perfection or one leaky boy? It's a toss-up, really. Anybody's game. For Giovanni, we got a couple of those. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Put Wiggly EX out, I think. I don't know that I want to put second Jigglypuff out. I think I want the option to bench a second Farfetch'd, given it. Can dodge an opposing Giovanni. We could dodge a ball here. Opposing Giovanni and Gardevoir are both kind of scary. A lot of these Mewtwo decks are also playing two Giovannis, so. Yep. And unfortunately, our really good start here is just going to be torched to their absolute best possible start. They have the Giovanni to end our Duck a turn sooner, and they have the Gardevoir to make our Molly not be a meaningful interaction. Sometimes that's just how it goes. First, basically never want to lead on Jiggly in this. I think ideally we have Molly on one when we're going first, but Duck will do in a pinch. Duck lines up really nicely into Jinx. He's into research here, not really looking for anything. Oh, okay, I'll come up in just a second and fix it, okay? I know. That's a tough life. Oh, Haley, we can't play in my office, okay? I need you to go back upstairs, okay? Here, you can wait. Come over here and sit by me, okay? Put our backup Duck out. I think I'm gonna evolve proactively to play around red card.
Daddy, guess which card is my favorite?
Which card's your favorite?
I'll point.
Is it this one?
No, I'll point.
Oh, you're gonna point to it? Okay. It was that one, believe it or not, Jen. It was this one.
I love the pink one.
You love the pink one?
What is it called?
That's Wigglypuff. Wigglypuff. Wigglypuff, great wiggly biggly.
Wigglypuff. Daddy, are you the bottom and he's the top?
I'm the bottom and they're the top, yep. So on the top they are. When we don't know if they're a boy or a girl, we say they're on the top. Because what if you were playing? I wouldn't say he if you were playing, right?
I think that goes on the top.
It could be a girl on the top, yep.
Does some girls play this game?
Some girls do play this game. Mommy plays.
Plays the card game?
She does on her phone.
Like this game that you're playing?
This game that I'm playing right now. Man, I don't know what the odds of hitting 2 Mewtwo's in a row with Gardevoir on curve is, but we are very unlucky. All right, let's go queue your number blocks back up, Toddler. Apologies, Mom is trying to nap upstairs because we are almost all sick as a family, which is why the toddler is home today. And we told the toddler if she had an emergency, she should come get me in my office rather than waking up Mom. So, for those keeping track, our 2 emergencies so far were number blocks turned off and we needed yogurt. Average toddler day. Legitimate emergencies when you're 4, honestly. Ready, go! Alright, assuredly, this is the time where our Mewtwo opponent doesn't perfectly have Gardevoir on curve, yes? Assuredly they can't have Mewtwo and Gardevoir on curve 3 games in a row. How do you choose between Kangaskhan and Farfetch'd? How badly does the deck want to die to Pikachu EX? You're okay. If you're okay dying to Pikachu, play Farfetch'd. The big trade-off. Farfetch'd is more aggressive, but dies quicker. I have one regular Wiggly that we may want the flexibility to evolve into. I'm also holding the second Maui in hand in case we draw a second Duck. Mewtwo is very popular. Given that I am a card gamer and I lack object permanence, I have played against Mewtwo 3 times in a row, and ergo can only conclude the only deck that exists to play against is Mewtwo. Have you played Gengar? I have played Gengar, and unfortunately I think its payoff is just not worth the inconsistency it has as a 3-stage or 2-stage thing. Stop. Wiggle with it, yeah. It looks like we might get paid out for not evolving the Jigglypuff, though. Because if they have Gardevoir and they Gardevoir knock out the Farfetch'd, this Wigglypuff lets us clear the Gardevoir, which is nice. Well, maybe they top decked it? Did they not have it? Because they totally could have put this up and then attached energy and then used its ability on itself. You make a comparable amount of money from streaming on YouTube as you would with an equivalent number of viewers on Twitch. I'm gonna be honest, the amount of money that the YouTube channels make from live streams versus the videos themselves is pretty obtuse in their dashboard. I don't know if whenever I press the add button on Twitch, I also press it on YouTube, but I don't know that it's really a good one-to-one comparison in the revenue that it returns. The regular Wigglypoo value. If they have Potion, we could top deck Giovanni. 1 and 5 thereabouts. Yeah, the big difference Twitch has versus YouTube is that Twitch has free Prime Gaming subs. Which Prime Gaming subs account for the singular largest chunk of my revenue from any one source in a given year. I have to go back and check the exact numbers, but I think off the cuff, Prime Gaming subs are like somewhere between like 50 or 60,000 in revenue for me over the last 2 years each. I think we're in trouble, gamers, with the Gardevoir queued up here, and they have the Ralts in the back line. I don't think we're gonna be able to power through here. Their darn 5th basic saving them. Prime sub changed the Twitch landscape. They did, yes. And they just already have a knockout point, right? So I can like hit them with this, but then they're gonna be ready to go and hit me in one, and I can't get enough energy to charge up EX Wiggly in time. Yes, the upcoming Promo Wigglypuff is definitely better than the existing one that we have. What do you think the top decks on par with Mewtwo and Pikachu right now? I think objectively there are no other decks that are comparable to Mewtwo and Pikachu. I also think our data from the tournament showed, like I highlighted in my meta report on Monday, show that Mewtwo is a cup below Pikachu. I think Pikachu is head and shoulders above the rest of the field until proven otherwise. Mankey as a new card feels alright into the Pikachu deck, but it feels really kind of mediocre into a lot of non-Pikachu things. Yeah. I think it's much easier to counterplay Mewtwo than it is to counterplay Pika. I think Pikachu is harder to play than Mewtwo. Yeah, I'd say that's probably true. Pikachu relies on, like, knowing when to retreat your stuff, whereas, like, Mewtwo's just, like, set up a giant cannon and blast it every turn. Very linear and straightforward. I am playing with LD Player. Break down how my Pocket PC setup is over there. Are there any cards that interact with enemy to interrupt Gardevoir? Funny you should ask. We have Bowie right here. Ready to slap. You have the same account on mobile and PC. Yeah, it's just linked to your Nintendo account. And have it across all platforms. I just really wish Pikachu didn't one-shot 100 hit point things with Giovanni. Would be my one request. Oh my gosh, are we actually gonna play against on-curve Gardevoir for the 4th game in a row? That's actually insane. gonna happen sometimes, but holy, 4 times in a row. Luckier is a struggle line, to be fair. Two Wigglytuffs is not where we want to be in life. Have X speed at least to swap it up. Clearly rigged matchmaking. Don't mind playing the matchup if they could just, like, not play Gardevoir on the very first turn they have the option to play Gardevoir for once in their lives. It's like, please, I'm on my hands and knees, I'm begging. Just don't put Gardevoir into play at the earliest possible turn. Give me a chance to breathe. We're switching to Slowpoke! Okay, now that's funny. That's funny right there, gamers. I guess I was premature on my X speed, huh? So unironically, I put together a Slowbro deck last night, just so we're clear on my position on Slowbro. I think there's a chance he might be okay, gamers. He'll deal 80 for 3 and 130 hit points. Like, pretty alright, I think. Maybe I'm supposed to be mawing through this Slowpoke. If I hit the other X speed, though, I'm happy I didn't, but... Yeah, I think I messed up. I think I was supposed to clear. I was supposed to clear with this. But very much playing not stock Mewtwo. Just playing random psychic stuff. They didn't put another energy on Mewtwo. Alright, I think we pivot. I haven't played any potions yet. I think... Oh, that's interesting. They're setting up the Alakazam. I was just about to say, I think Giovanni, but I was expecting them to build up towards the Mewtwo big swing. Now our Sabrina puts them in the ground. And with the big Sleepy. I think our Wigglytuff deck's kind of metal, chat. It's pretty sweet. So now, with these Geo bodies, we can clear them in 2 with Wiggly and regular Wiggly if they don't have Potion. Okay. Two Geo bodies and 12 cards. So we get some redraws here. I, for one, am shocked that I managed to redraw my card. It's very surprising. So step 1, they have to win a sleep coin flip. And then step 2 is they have to have Potion to not get cracked by the hyper voice in the back line. Failed the first test, gamer. It's gonna be an uphill climb for you either way, bud. So I was noodling on an idea last night. I've been playing Pokemon Pocket off stream as well because I have a crippling addiction some of you could probably relate to. And I was thinking, could we make Charizard EX less bad in the Pikachu matchup if we didn't play Moltres? What if we played Charizard EX just like fair, organic, free-range Charizard? And we played like Rapidash and Kangaskhan as a front line. Then you have cards that can put up some damage and then pivot in. Heatmore. I don't think Heatmore is a playable card yet in a world where Pikachu is good. I think trying to play cards that get one shot by Pikachu EX is not good. Seems hard to get 4 energy on Charizard. Is it? You tried that at a bad time. We'll have to see. I think there might be something to it. I think we're gonna play some games with it after this. Yeah, it is kind of how Venusaur works. I think it's a good take. I also think that when you're starting on things that deal damage, you could probably put Charizard EX up and get a knockout with its 60-point attack to start and not need 4 on it right away. Alright, Maya, your life is going to depend on winning this next flip here. Needed to win one of these 2, and you missed the first, so try again. No Wiggly is really sad here. All right, we hit ahead. I think Omastar is a very good Pokemon, and I think Weezing is a fine frontline to stall with. I'm gonna give you a timeout for the rest of the day because you're doing the thing that video gamers always do, which is try and compare 2 things that are just kind of different as being strictly better or strictly worse. Number one way to improve as a card game player is just accept that things can be similar, but not strictly better, strictly worse than each other. Best deck of the moment is Pikachu EX, and anybody telling you otherwise doesn't understand basic data. Okay, so we get to Leak Slap them down to 60, they heal up to 80, Wigglytuff finishes. I'm not playing out the other Farfetch'd, so I want to play around Sabrina. I think Tentacruel is probably just not a playable Pokemon Pocket card in a world where Pikachu EX is the best deck. I think stage ones that die in 1 to Pikachu EX are a really hard sell. So, actually getting... No, I was just saying getting Punish Retro. That's not true, actually, because they heal again. Alright, we just need them to lose a coin flip, chat. Thankfully, they're a Misty player, so they're really good at losing coin flips. Are Dragonite decks good enough for competitive play? They are not. None of the decks competing in tournaments of Dragonite are being successful at the moment. They consistently have very mediocre stats. Okay, so they failed their first 50-50. They're going to have to fail a second here as well. So we get to clear the Lapras, and then next turn we're ready to sleep the Articuno. You're awake! Just in time to get knocked out. Aren't all of our data sets pretty small, though? Nope. We have no indication of how frequently Pocket will do balance or bans, no. I would like this game if the card acquisition wasn't so painful. The only card games I've ever played where people didn't constantly complain about card acquisition being painful are ones that are no longer being played because they're not successful. So, people talking about card acquisition being painful in Pokemon Pocket is probably a sign that the game's here to stay. Yeah, we've had a lot of community tournaments at this point. Yeah, Gwent and Runeterra are the two standouts for these had friendly card acquisition. I agree. I think the card acquisition of this game is actually pretty reasonably structured. I think a lot of gamers just want everything for free very quickly. Survey says, got him. It really feels good to outplay Misty players like this. They're the easiest ones. They lose their sleep flips the most. Outskilled here. Live by the coin, die by the coin. 33 wins. Cranking them up. Thanks for flipping tails. You please explain when going first is better than going second. You gotta build your deck so it's better to go first. You gotta play cards like Executor and Weezing and Rapidash and Marowak. 1 energy stage 1 Pokemon. Enjoy going first. You want good examples of cards that like going first and all of the ones that exist in Pokemon Pocket. I've got a video here rounding up the best non-EX decks in Pokemon Pocket, in my opinion. A little aggressive with the X speed, but it's better against red card. I'm gonna want Maui up either way. Dodrio is a good go first mon. It's just, again, metagame context is important. I think it's just a really hard sell telling people they should play stage 1s that die in 1 to this card. This card defines so much of the format. How is Dugtrio? I think Dugtrio's a higher variance, worse Marowak in general. Because one of the big upsides to playing regular Marowak is you can splash a singleton Marowak EX and have flexibility in how you evolve and what you evolve into. If they have the second X speed here, we're going to be in some trouble. Problem with the game. Probably should have put Wiggly EX out last turn. It's fine, we'll just redraw it, yeah. They definitely punished for my mistake. I put EX Wiggly out last turn, be able to switch up and attack with it this turn. This means if no potion and we hit one of our 3 ways to get to a Wiggly EX, we could clear this next turn. There are a lot of clicks when you finish a game. Agree with that. It'd be nice if they cleaned that up a little bit. %. Every time. We are dead to second Sabrina, though, is noteworthy. Snoot Boop. If I would have evolved the Wiggly at the appropriate time, we wouldn't be dead to the second Sabrina, but I didn't, and now we are. He says. Can you put it? All right. Looks like it's about that time to roll some adverts and collect our dollary dues. When we get back, I want to try an honest Charizard deck that I think has a chance to be better into Pikachu than regular, the Moltres Charizard. Something like this, where we play Rapidash and Kangaskhan, and we try and just like put energies on Charizard organically while having a front line that deals damage. Let's go ahead and run our ads, and we'll be back in 120 seconds with some of this. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. One of the things that seems appealing about this is Charizard getting up with 3 energy on it can probably get you a knockout a lot of the time when you're leading on Kanga and Rapidash to start. Cypher, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, Blaine works with Rapidash, but there's no room for Blaine in this deck. You have 12 Pokemon slots, then you need X speeds. Kogo-Weezing is an established very good deck in Pokemon Pocket. You are correct that it is good against Mewtwo because of typing, and it is good against Pikachu because of its bulk. Hey, Troy, thank you for the gift sub. That's very generous of you. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for the biddy service a lot. Appreciate the deck submission yesterday. Sorry we didn't get to it till today. Yeah, Rapidash hits for 40. Jeff looks much slimmer. I lost about 2 inches off my face. How many 2-star rares compared to the number of packs have you opened? I have no idea. How do you decide between Kangaskhan and Farfetch'd? Does your deck need time against Pikachu EX? Then play Kangaskhan. Does your deck want to deal more damage more consistently? Then play Farfetch'd. Ooh, that's the wrong scene. Any thoughts to one Blaine? Yeah, I think there's not room. Here's the TLDR. I like 2 Voltorb, 2 Zebstrika, and 1 Zapdos with Pikachu EX, but I also haven't played the deck a ton. If you're new to the channel, first time chatter, welcome. We are not a best deck stream. Most of what we do here is trying to brew off meta stuff. I try not to give terribly strong opinions on things we don't have a lot of data about because I don't have first-hand experience with that decks. Hey, Varringtons, thank you for the prime, appreciate it. You played Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto's okay. You need a good front line. Like, yeah, Weezing's fine with Pidgeotto. We played Pidgeotto Arbok with Kangaskhan the other day, and that felt pretty good. I have some notes of good games on that. I'm gonna play more of that today to try and get a full highlight. Jolteon, a playable card. I think Jolteon's the one playable evolution, yeah. Ooh, you have a Voltorb. I have a Rapidash. Oh, interesting, and they're going for... Surprised they're not just powering up Pikachu X. I'll take it, but... I hope Umbreon and Espeon are in the next set. You just need like one more playable evolution, have a sweet 2-color EV deck, I think. They're probably worried about Blaine. Yeah, probably. That's a good shout. All right, looking for Charmeleon. I do not need second Charmander to work towards, so I think we keep that in hand, so that way I can build another Rapidash up on my bench, potentially. Are any 3-color decks that seem viable? Absolutely not. Hey, Zuka. Good to have some of the old timers from the other card games back enjoying some of my pocket stuff. Yep, and there's Charmeleon. And I think this is kind of a good example of what I'm talking about when I put this deck together from a theory craft perspective. Is it like, look at this, right? Like, Rapidash buys us enough time here while also doing some damage to set it up so Charizard's deal 60 is going to pick up our first knockout. And then at that point, we threaten the 200 while also pressuring with the deal 60 on a 180 hit point character. And even if we needed more time to put Charizard together, we have Kangaskhan in the backline that could give us more time to do that. But we just, like, happen to have it already. Now I get to put Charizard up, and they literally can't put up Pikachu because we threatened to OTK it. I don't think Charizard's going down. I'm not really worried about it. Watch out for a red card. What does that mean, gamer? More specifically, what game actions do you think I should be taking to watch out for a red card? What does that look like in terms of specific things I should be doing? Help me understand. So I'm playing out Ponyta here because if my opponent has a Sabrina and they Sabrina'd up Kangaskhan, I wouldn't be able to X speed out of it. So I'm putting Ponyta on the bench to give us a 1 retreat cost card to play around Sabrina. Yeah. Okay, so the game plan is die to Charizard. Cool. I mean, that feels like it was a fairly solid showcase for this idea into Pikachu, right? For reference, the tournament data that we have shows that the Moltres Charizard deck has a 30% win rate against Pikachu EX. I think from a game theory perspective, what we're doing here has potential in that matchup. I don't expect we'll be 100%, but I bet we'll probably a lot better than 30%. What's the theory going on here? The theory is we're just playing good characters that can deal damage at efficient energy rates while we put 1 energy per turn on Charizard and finish with it. First, I would love to lead on Ponyta. Hopefully we can find a Rapidash. Lightning energy here. Might get to try the Pikachu matchup again. If you're interested in looking at streaming metrics, Troy, I'd recommend checking out a site like Sully Gnome. Has all publicly trackable API data on me and other people doing Twitch streams. A lot of fun to look at. What's the Rapidash? If I brick on basics here, I'm pretty sad if they red card me. There's so many basics in our deck, though. We have 5 basics and 2 Pokeballs left. All right, there's our little fire friend. How do people get the Gardevoir sleeves? Money! There's a 23 USD bundle in the shop. Yeah, that's whatever, right? I have 2 X speeds. It's worth noting that I think Zapdos is actually a little scarier for us than Pikachu EX to start in this matchup, because Zapdos's 3 energy attack threatens to deal 100 in a turn, whereas Pikachu only deals 90. That might give them the extra time they need to push through if they run average. They could low roll a little bit with it and give us more time, but average variance, all the energies on Zapdos are scary. Honestly, hoping they start putting energies on the Pikachu. Yeah. Opponent sees what we're doing and knows what's up. They know they want to build up to this Thundering Hurricane. Art on their part to pivot off of their primary game plan to a different one. All right, if they get 1 low roll, I think we should have breathing room to be successful here, but I think we're gonna need at least one heads turns. They deal 100 2 turns in a row here. I think we're gonna be torched. Thank you? Question mark? I would much rather you murder this Kangaskhan than murder my Rapidash. This is how Q modes are made. LOL. Okay, yeah, and now watch the way this lines up in terms of sequencing. So they're through both their potions. They Zapdos clear the Rapidash, and then my Charizard has 3 energy on it, ready to clear the Zapdos, and then suddenly I'm up tempo and we're even in match points, right? I don't think I want to put any more energy. I don't think I want to put any more basics on the board here. I have a potion in my deck, though, that could be good for Charizard. You want to play around a second Sabrina off the top? I think playing around second Sabrina off the top is nonsense. Oh, did they use both already? Oh, they did totally use both. Yeah. They pulled my Charmander early. I don't know. How do they win from here? It definitely doesn't involve this, right? Like, this is just deterministically gone. Like, we just hit them for 60, pick up 2 knockout points, and then I've got 200 damage teed up. I love it. I love it when you put an idea together and it's just like fires exactly as designed in the first two go rounds. Kind of guess. Just slash it up, and then we're ready to cook whoever they put up in the back. Yes, they should have retreated Zapdos. I don't know if they ultimately win the game retreating Zapdos, but they're definitely did when they don't. I enjoyed your Greninja, Dragonite. Do you think that is the best variation or is the Weezing version better? Well, the Weezing version is objectively trash. The Greninja Dragonite might also be trash, but remains to be seen. This build is sweet, though. Good night, little electric rat. Yep, Zero Moltres Charizard, Rapidash Kangaskhan's. Start on a Ponyta, thank you. Am I crazy to like this Charizard better than the immersive Charizard? A little. I like him, chat. Yeah, the Charizard's so little in the immersive one. The average Dragonite deck doesn't have room for red card, he says, right? Definitely want to dig for her. Definitely want to dig for Charmander on one here. Only wrong answer is right. I honestly don't love any of the crown rares. I think the gold looks really gaudy. What's your favorite card art in the game right now? I really like Starmie EX. Most of the 2-star full arts are gorgeous, though. Alright, we really need to hit Charmander next turn so we can keep up with this thing in the back. Oh yeah, but Alakazam is good too. It's a good Alakazam's a good answer. Without Charmander to start, I think we're gonna have a hard time beating their Dragonite on curve. We'll give it the old college best here, but I would expect it's gonna be an uphill battle from here. Charmy EX feels like they commissioned the art for a gold version and then decided to keep it for a regular EX. Yeah, it's really well done. Yeah, I like the Giovanni full art a lot. It's very likely to be this. I think we X-speed back the Rapidash here. Just because the Kang will survive 2 hits. And I want to keep the energy on this. Because one of the neat things from a theory perspective here is our opponent has to knock out 2 of our non-Charizard things before our Charizard. Because they're all one knockout point, right? They gotta clear through 200 HP, and then Charizard comes up as a big scary finisher. I guess there's the downside to putting the Kanga up here is he kind of gets stuck up. Maybe I'm supposed to have saved the X speed because she gets stuck as the active. Yeah, I messed this up actually. Maybe. I guess maybe they don't have the Dragonite on curve. Could go well for us. Oh, Kanga. Could have gone so well, Big Mama. Is there a big daddy dragon lurking? Statistically, I assume we're dead from here. Yikes! 2 Charizards and 5 cards here. Yeah, Weezing's one of the better ways to play Alakazam. You can also just frontline with stuff like Clefairy and Kangaskhan though as well. Weezing Alakazam was actually the highlight on my what's it called channel today. My Pocket YouTube channel. Is this is actually better than Kangaskhan because it still takes 2 hits to die to the Dragonite, but it can evolve into another Charizard and have a bigger hit point for long term. Alright, on average, we survive a Draco Meteor here. But obviously it could. It could knock out 2 things. I guess it could also knock out 1 thing and put enough damage on Charizard that we don't survive the Starmie in the back. Everybody clench! 50 to everybody. 50 to everybody. 50 to everybody. Right, could have gone worse. I need to put Kangaskhan out to fade Sabrina, yeah? Because they unfortunately have second water on top. Potion keeps us out of range of second Giovanni with the Starmie. If they have Sabrina, Kangaskhan can 25% her to knock out Dragonair in the back. Good close game here. I don't know that I could have maneuvered better. We needed them to brick on this second water here, I think. I suppose, and here's a really deep thought. We could have not saved the energy on this Rapidash, and then I could have had a second X speed here to pull the Kangaskhan back. But that was like a very early decision point. Yeah! Mama! Just killed a man! Beep, 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 beep. Nothing but net, chat. Nothing but net. Wish. People who would like to download the NFT of this deck, we'll throw it up during the break like we always do. Or play a couple more. Love it when some good deck building theory comes together. You think this is better than Moltres? I think this has a better Pikachu matchup than Moltres almost assuredly. But I think that's a really low bar. And then there's a question of, well, how does it look against the field? What Pokemon would you want them to add if you could pick? I would like an EX Aegislash. Kanga showing up to show Misty how it's done here. Ooh, EX Scissor's a good one. 10 out of 10 would love a Scissor. A starter pack to open, there is. Check out the video on the topic. Ah, imagine being average across 2 turns, Kangaskhan. Sedge. Yeah, I expect Crobat is going to be very playable when it launches. Because Golbat's really close. It's a deal 40 for one stage 1. I bet Crobat's gonna be sweet. Charizard, 2 research in 11 cards. Played a potion, they played a second potion. So I actually kind of want to draw Rapidash next turn. So that way I can frontline Rapidash, crack them down to 50, and then clear with Charizard the following turn. I have to play this out, otherwise we're just dead to Sabrina. Two Charizard, 2 Professor's Research, 9 cards. The problem here is I kind of need to use my deal 200 to clear the Articuno. And we're not teed up for another one. There he is. The gamer, the myth, the legend. So because I'm already exposed to Sabrina on this anyways, do I play the Charmander here? Or maybe I play the Ponyta. So that way if we find Rapidash, we have a cheap retreater. Yeah. We haven't heard anything about more deck slots, but gosh, I hope they're in the cards in the future. So this flip actually doesn't matter. It's next turn that we need, yeah? The way this Charizard's gonna line up with its energy. They're gonna knock us out again here. Or put us to sleep again here, I should say. Sabrina could buy another turn. I don't think so. This is a retreat cost of 1, gamers. It'll come down to this next 50-50, which is not bad considering we're in a type disadvantage matchup and we didn't have everything on curve. Close game down to the coin, survey says. Ch-ch-sha! See, chat? We lost the last one because we didn't need it. Got the Crimson Storm when it counts. Alright, I know people are looking for the Charizard sauce, so you should be excited to know that we're gonna go ahead and run some ads and put the deck list on the screen for people that want a net deck exactly. Someone's feeling saucy though, gamers. See you in 120 seconds. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Grundle returns. Thank you for the brand new primer. I appreciate it. Deck's gotta be good. We've got flyers on all our Pokemon, chat. Those are both the X Charizards, yeah. Why no flare on the Pokeball? I have the blue dot flare. I hate the Pokeball flare. I think it's real gaudy. I like Blaine decks a lot. Or the other deck. That's the other deck I like the most right now. Although this one's really growing on me. I was gonna play the Blaine deck in the tournament tonight, but I might audible to this. Seems kind of sweet. Yeah, missing Moltres is the point. You just like actually attack people rather than dirtling around. Streaming the tournament. I will likely not be live for the tournament. My viewer count usually pitches off somewhere between like 3 and 5 p.m. Central, and the tournament's not till 6. Yeah, tournaments are open deck list. Hey, Benny. Glad you're having fun with Pocket. I am too. Appreciate the half a year. Welcome back. I think if you're missing Kangaskhan, this deck doesn't work and you should spend your pack points on Kangaskhan. I think Kangaskhan is pretty unique. No, it's hard. The reason why I'm not running tournaments is it's basically impossible to do coverage for them. You could like broadcast your own perspective. You could broadcast your own perspective. Man, following my channel since October 21st, 2022, over 2 years, has a Prime Gaming sub and has never supported me directly with their Prime Gaming sub in over 2 years, and has the audacity to come in here and demand I play a specific game instead of the one I'm currently enjoying. The entitlement of cretins on the internet knows no bounds. Grexy, thank you for the 37 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Never fails that the people that have the audacity to be most demanding are the ones that literally have never provided any support. And it also been banned once before previously. Sounds like it's gonna stick this time. It's funny to say this game is childish. I feel like it has more depth than Snap. I would agree with you, and people just say it's childish because they don't like the IP. A stack overflow. Thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Battling with made-up monsters. What a child. Superheroes. Those are what adults are into. Everybody knows superheroes are the only thing adults are allowed to hang out with. Do you think a red card has merit in open deck list setting? I think red card is slightly less bad when there's open deck list, but still not good. My pixels are better than your pixels, something like that. Ooh, they're just frontlining the Sandshrew? Okay. Are we double potioning this? What's the game plan here? They have X speed. Marowak EX does. It's unfortunate that we have let on Kangaskhan and don't have Rapidash, because Kanga with his weakness does go down in 1 to Marowak. 1 coin, I should say. I think regular Charizard is significantly worse than Charizard EX in this particular Charizard deck, because this deck isn't looking to just ramp up and Crimson Storm a bunch. This deck wants to attack for 3 and then attack for 4. So in the Moltres Charizard deck, I think regular Charizard's actually pretty comparable. I'm so confused. The opponent might be as well. They must not have realized CN Slash was a higher entry cost. I think this is our opponent hurting themselves in confusion. Is what we are currently witnessing. Roar! Comeback cards exist in this game. What does that mean? What is a comeback card? Do you mean like a Shang-Chi? Or a Shadow King? Because please, dear God, no. Make it stop. Alright, even a high roll on this Marowak doesn't clear the Charizard, and then Crimson Storm burns the house down, yep. Yeah, do you mean like bringing a card back after it faints? That might be fine. Fishing a card up out of your discard pile seems fine. How do you stop aggro decks? By playing cards like Kangaskhan and Rapidash that have 100 hit points. This game would have been more difficult for us if they hadn't messed up their evolution. We might have been close, but with their small mistake, we're just gonna crush them. To the person who just got caught in my auto filter, please do not shorten Japanese cards to JAP in my chat, or anywhere ideally, but definitely not in my chat. It is often used as a racial slur towards Japanese people. JP is an appropriate shorthand that is reasonable to use. JPN is also often used. Cool, good to know. Again, like, things I am confident on. This deck is almost assuredly better than Moltres Charizard against Pikachu EX. The question that remains is it better against the field and still competitive against the other stuff that's the other 75% of the decks you're going to play into? It's probably worse in the mirror. Moltres Charizard probably eats you up. Yeah, lovely. Makes us 50% to grab a Charmander. Go digging for Charmander. Yeah, I agree with you, Tech. A lot of good sequencing decisions to think about in this one. Alright, like 2 more. We need Charmander with like 2 draws, because our first energy is going on Ponyta, and ideally our second one's going on a Charmander. I mean, I assume this build's better against Starmie than the Moltres build, but that's hard to know for sure. I guess your Rapidashes aren't necessarily ideal there. They die in 1. I don't know. Most of the Starmie EX decks aren't real decks. They're just like, did your Misty hit? If yes, win the game. They're mostly just string cheese. Have Giovanni, gamer. Or does my Rapidash get to live 1 here? It's better to use pack points on Blastoise or Wiggly. Well, there are no competitive Blastoise decks. There are some B-tier-ish Wiggly decks that I think are okay. It's not the Charmander I wanted for Christmas. I think I'm gonna burn both of these and not give them the knockout point here. Use your Executor. We have, yeah. I think that deck's very good, but it's also very boring. I'll have a highlight with it, but it's like super straightforward, linear to play. There, Giovanni. Nope. Cool. If we hit Charmander this turn, we might have a shot. Unlucky. 2 Charmanders, a Pokeball, and a Research in our bottom cards here. It's gonna be all Shiro. We need them to, like, super low roll on Zapdos. Seems unlikely. Alright, we get 5 heads in a row in Kangaskhan, and they get 8 tails in a row on Zapdos. Coming up. Meta is mostly Pikachu and Mewtwo. If by mostly you mean they comprise 40 to 50% of the decks people are playing, sure, that's accurate. Alright, step 1 accomplished. Let's see if our opponent can accomplish step 2 for us here. One turn too late, Charmander. That Charmander was probably like 2 turns too late, if we're being honest. Definitely needed a little tyke sooner. Should control decks exist in this game? Item lock, supporter lock, ability lock. That sounds like a lockout deck, not a control deck. Maybe they're the same thing in traditional Pokemon TCG. There's my little tyke, making up for last game. Yeah, Psyduck and Gengar lock supporters. They're just not particularly good. Kick the Blitzel! Don't kick the Blitzel. Yeah, I think stall decks are fine. I think hard, you can't play the game type things are kind of bad, and I'd prefer they didn't exist. Come on, Rapidash. There's my pretty pony. There's my pretty pony. See, chat, what if instead of just, like, flipping Moltres coins, you were like, okay, let's crack you. Crunch. I think this is my favorite Pikachu, too, of all of them. I really like the regular backgrounds on the crowns. If there's a Giovanni, we're gonna be in trouble. If there's not a Giovanni, we're gonna have some breathing room. The scariest Pikachu decks play all the Giovannis. Yeah, the 3D-ish when you rotate cards like this looks so clean. So, we already have 2 knockout points here. So, the opponent's gonna have to tuck tail and run with this rat. Burn this zebra to the ground! They need a Magneton to survive. Or they can have Zapdos here. We clear Zapdos in 2 though. Pikachu gets us. They need regular Pikachu to evolve into Raichu. I think regular Charizard is a good inclusion in Moltres Charizard. I think regular Charizard is exceptionally bad in this version of the deck, though, because as you can see in all of these games, we are slashing with this Charizard a lot. The idea here is we're not just setting up this unbeatable Kamehameha a couple turns in a row. We are setting up this character that's going to get to consistently output damage over the course of the game, after we have other things that set up in front of it to deal some damage to start. Our basic idea is we get chip shots in with Rapidash or Kangaskhan, and then we pivot to Charizard, Slash for a knockout, Crimson Burst for a knockout. Storm, whatever it's called. Oh, comeback cards that have extra effects if your opponent has more knockout points than you. Yeah, I think those are fine. I think that's a fine design. I think those are a when, not an if. It's very, do this extra effect or only play this card if your opponent has less prizes than you or more prizes than you. Sorry, it's less prizes than you. Are very common in regular Pokemon TCG. I expect we'll have them here before long. We are 3-0 against Pikachu EX with this deck. 3-1? Did we lose one? We might have lost one. We've definitely beaten it 3 times. I have 3 wins noted down for my editor for YouTube. There might have been a loss in there. I don't remember. They all kind of blur. There are definitely 3 wins. Oh, we lost the one where Charizard was buried. Charmander was buried. Yeah. There you go. That was a Pikachu matchup. We just edit that one out, exactly. Oh, I'm excited to play into Mewtwo. Want to see how this deck feels here? Their basics gonna die to a red card. Rip. Really wanted a Ponyta on one here. Alright, step 1, did not get red carded. 3 draws, another basic. There's Mama. So we want to X speed before we evolve the Charmander, because Charmeleon is a brooding teenager and moves slower, so he has a higher retreat cost. Throw hands, Mama. We're gonna throw hands. Things you love to see. It. You're gonna put this Mewtwo deck in a little box in the ground and dance on its grave. Your Gengar is so much better than mine. I've trained her well. She don't screw around. I'm not sure what you think red card does deck overflow, but you should look up its text. It has nothing to do with your bench or your Pokemon at all. It affects your hand. Mama needs some flare. Mama has flare. I greatly prefer the flares that flare when you put them on the board as opposed to like the texture surface ones. Well, you're right. The texture surface ones don't show on the board. Because this totally has it when I zoom in. Wow, that's a huge miss. You have to zoom in to see them? Alright, that's fine. Kanga's on cooldown. She cleared the cat. She could miss here, we understand. She's running exactly average over 2 turns, but she hit when it counted, chat. She was there. She was there when we needed her. Maybe they wanted the cards to be readable. Okay. Don't you dare tell me for a minute that the people who put the full art Alakazam in this game made a different decision because they wanted the cards to be readable. That thing is a incredible piece of art while simultaneously being the most illegible thing I've ever seen in a card game. Full art Alakazam has attack somewhere in there. Laughs in textless cryptic command. How do they ever win this game at this point? Like, at some point, one, Kangaskhan starts hitting, but two, once they put Mewtwo up, Charizard just burns it down, right? Like, we're done here? Kangamama, dealing exactly 120 over 4 turns. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. She's hot, then she's cold. Yes, then she's no. Do 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 do. Alakazam is psychic and speaks its attacks directly into your brain. Good call. Oh no! Not the cards in my hand! How will I ever win without those? No! Please! Mercy! Don't knock out my Kangaskhan! They've accepted their fate, Chip. They've accepted their fate. This deck makes me feel better about bailing on Charizard packs before hitting Moltres. Speak for yourself. I have 2 2-star Moltres that I'm a little bitter or useless now. But it ain't. They went down with a point, Chip. All right, gamers. Let's throw the secret sauce up on the screen for everybody watching. I think it's time to move on. We very clearly broke it and don't need to test anymore. I want to play some other things, get some variety in. But yeah, that kind of went like exactly according to plan. Just let's frontline Kanga and Rapidash. And then, like, pivot into Charizard, slash, and then deal 200. You want to know another reason why this deck's probably better than the Moltres version of the deck? Because it's got 6 basics in it, chat. I've talked about this before. But I think one of the #1 reasons Pikachu EX is the best deck right now is because you can't build the Pikachu EX deck wrong. You have to play 6 and 7 basics in it. You can't skimp and play 4 and expect Pikachu to do damage. Pikachu forces people to build their decks better the way the card is designed with its attack. Seems sweet. All right, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do next? I imported a couple of things. All right, so our games with. We had good games with some Arbok, Pidgey, frontlining Kangaskhan yesterday. Let's do some more of that. I wouldn't mind posting another Arbok bird highlight. My glasses are from Urban Samurai. They fit up over the top of the headphone cuffs so they don't get slimy on top of your ears when you're wearing headphones all day like I do for work. Because I am a sweaty monster. Dr. Bacon, thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. Start with Pony and Kangaskhan, which is the best to put out first. Kangaskhan is better when going second. Rapidash is better when going first. As the TLDR. Oh, chat, the clickbait for the last Charizard deck writes itself. Moltres is trash. Play Charizard like this. Easy, easy peasy. Oh yeah, that's better. We'll put Moltres' trash with a question mark to give us culpability just in case it's not actually trash and it's still the best way to play the deck. You know, an ounce of deniability just in case things don't play out as planned. Win more with Charizard like a pro with this one easy trick. Genuinely, I feel embarrassed for some of you who click on trash like that. Holy. We might roll with Moltres' trash, but the win like a pro or the secret they don't want you to know, like it's 2024. How are people still clicking on that stuff? Gardevoir on curve. Probably dead. Probably dead. I guess Kanga could hit double heads, and then we could hit a Charbok. That's a potion. Sounds like a pre-internet magazine. Speaking of pre-internet magazines, you won't believe who Charizard is cheating on Moltres with. Is that it? We can like, what's that Pokemon? Rapidash silhouette? No, wait, this is perfect. We're gonna put Charizard and Rapidash in a bed and Moltres in a doorway. Oh man, we're gonna make my editor cook on this one. This is it. We're gonna... This is the one. That's it. We brainstormed the perfect thumbnail for the YouTube video. We could the guy looking back meme could be. Oh my gosh, we could put Charizard with Rapidash and Kangaskhan under either arm. Okay, I need to draw running Arboks. I need to draw running Arboks, gamers. One research in the deck, and we're dead. Running Arboks would have let us beat the Gardevoir on curve. Sedge. Snakes don't run. Hear me out, Jeff. Even though Pokemon isn't really my IP, the game looks fun enough that I can pick it up casually and just spend a little. Also, is there no number? Since there's no number telling me I suck, who cares if I lose? Genuinely, the components of how they've structured PvP in this game, I really hope become a model for the industry moving forward. I think it is so much more reasonable and healthy the way they have the PvP structured in this game. I hope other games become more like Pocket and not Pocket becomes more like other games. Pidgey's probably cooked here. I really need like a Kangaskhan at X speed. Them going second with first energy advantage probably means I'm torched here. We got two Cobras. Kangas are 3 diamonds, unfortunately. They're 150. This makes them have X speed. Could buy us a turn. Think it's worthwhile. Yeah, I think I need Tempo Sabrina to force the X speed. In fact, my editor just sent me, or well, I didn't just, they sent me while I was live my Pokemon Pocket doesn't need ranked video. Which speaking of for that, what do we think is a better way to frame the ranked video, chat? Do we need ranked mode ? Or why ranked sucks? I feel like those are the two ways to frame that. Oh, that's true. Saying why ranked sucks would probably get more angry clicks. That's a good shout. We 100% need a ranked mode. Sounds like you 100% need a timeout. Pew-pew. I'm angry and ready to click. You're wrong if you want ranked. That's the winner right there. That's as inflammatory as possible. Good job, team. Good job, team. I forgot to play my Pokeball. I was so excited. Use the wrong your. Now that's just pure concentrated evil right there. Ooh. So I don't that one might be too much. I don't know that I could get all those into a thumbnail, but why ranked would ruin Pokemon Pocket is a good take too. They haven't played any Sabrinas yet. I'm gonna chill on the Kanga for now. Oh, I forgot to Giovanni. Oh, I'm gonna throw this game away. I apologize. I feel bad now. We totally win this game if I am playing my Giovanni. I'm gonna blame going back and forth with chat. We're lost in the clickbait sauce, chip. Sweaty tryhards need not apply. Oh, that's no sneaky steak, said. Unfortunately, Pidgey gets torched in 2 to the Zapdos. When Zapdos hits as hard as Farfetch, it does not feel fair. Yep. Agree. Just let Pidgey go down. I think without a snake in the back, maybe with the snake in the back we have enough time now. Is Erica busted every grass deck? Most of them. It depends on what grass Pokemon you're running. Usually you want it though. The question you gotta ask yourself about a card like Erica is, what breakpoints are you getting past when you heal? Like where are you getting knocked out that you're not getting knocked out? I am not using BlueStacks. BlueStacks crashed every time I tried to load it up. Now, unfortunately, due to weakness, this dies to 1 heads from this back Zapdos. I think I just have to hope they low roll here. I don't think we're winning if they hit 2 heads or more. If they hit 2 heads and I top deck Sabrina, Sneaky Snake locking something else in can win the game. So we have it out. I have one Sabrina in our deck still for spots like this. It'll be 1 in 9. So again, Potion didn't save us there because they're doing 120 with weakness. I suppose there's a world where we don't draw the Sabrina and then they low roll with the Zapdos next turn. And then Giovanni can clear. I think Blastoise is underrated. I think everything you could do to set up Blastoise gets cleared very quickly by Pikachu, and it's bad because the metagame is bad for it. I think generically Blastoise is probably a solidly statted card. But I think as long as Pikachu EX is the best deck in the format by a margin, that water decks are just going to struggle. Usually Pikachu has 2 potions, so I'm expecting this to not work out, even if we live. We need like 7 tails and 8 coins here now. Oh wait, with the potion, we only need one more go around, yeah? They can roll a little bit again. Coins on cards work in Pokemon because everything else about the gameplay is pretty low variance. Especially in this game with the small deck sizes where your draws are pretty consistent. One of the reasons why coin flips are so important in Pokemon is because they create tension in a spot like this. In a different world where that Zapdos doesn't flip 4 coins, it just does 100 damage for 3 energy, that game is deterministically over and there's no maneuvering or anything else I can do. However, in this world where we live, there's a percentage play I can play towards as an out and make choices to make towards it. Pokemon is very chess adjacent in that a lot of the information is face up on the board. And coins serve an important role of making it so the boards aren't just deterministic to players who understand them. That uncertainty that coin flips on things like Jolteon and Zapdos and Kangaskhan and Moltres put into the game make it so you don't just know, oh, this game is over 3 turns from now. That Pidgey is not where we want to be in life. Looking for snakes and Kangas to begin on. I think Seeking is probably a playable card. If you squint, Seeking is 100 hit point, deal 40 for 1. It, however, dies to Pikachu EX in 1. That same thing, though, is actually why Misty's kind of a bad card, because she doesn't create tension on the board the way coin flips on cards create tension on the board. She just happens or she doesn't. Stand by, this is the worst design in the game by a wide margin. Very uninteresting, silly card. Yes, a game like Magic the Gathering doesn't have variance baked into its actual cards because the actual core game system is so random. So they don't need to put RNG in the card effects because the RNG is sometimes you just brick on your 3rd land and die because Magic's a game system that was designed 40 years ago. For people who aren't familiar with my background, I know we have a lot of new people to the channel. Some of you are probably offended hearing me bag on Magic the Gathering. Before Marvel Snap, I launched my full-time content career playing Magic the Gathering online and then Magic Arena. I played Magic for over 2 decades, played it very competitively, top-8ing dozens of hundreds and thousands of player tournaments between 2012 and 2018. I've played the game a lot, to say the least. I speak from a place of far too much personal experience. Alright, Kenga, hit me with 2 heads, and then we're gonna draw Pidgeotto and put this Articuno down. Unlucky, that's the opposite of what I wanted. Quite the opposite. Speak for yourself, I only play formats that allow Chaos Orb. A true gamer's gamer. Dedge? Feeling Dedge. No Sneaky Snake early, no Pidgeotto late. I'm a little miffed I misclicked in that. Pikachu game where we're workshopping the title. Would have been a good game if we'd have played the Giovanni. Oh, I guess we're gonna queue now. We need to run some Twitch ads here in a second. Let's let this fire. My favorite Pidgeotto deck, probably this one. Kangaskhan and Arbok give you a decent chance into Pikachu because they have solid health pools. Alright, Mama. I need you to put this tiny psychic child in a box on the ground for me. That's all I ask. Oh, thanks. We get our basic? Look at that, they gave us the whole Pidgey line? What a giver. What a giver. I suppose if they have Gardevoir on curve, they knock out Kangaskhan on curve. That's perfect. What a glorious red card, my dearest video gamers. There's a reason your game's resolution is low. Is it low? That's as high as it goes, gamers. That's as zoomed in as it gets. It's a mobile game. Yeah, I'm playing on PC. Yeah, game resolution looks fine. There's mama. We done here? My dearest 4 basic Mewtwo gamer? Things are set to max resolution. Twitch chat, is the game set to max resolution? Yes, it's set to high quality, or whatever it is. Yeah, it looks fine. Like to play Pocket on PC, you can check out my tutorial here. They're through 1 potion. Is it worthwhile to knock out the Gardevoir here, or do we just corner? Oh, I messed up. I should have put my energy on the Ekans. I had put my energy out too soon. Yeah, KOing the Gardevoir is kind of free, because they only do 50 next turn, and it makes them take 2 turns to knock this out. I just clear this off the board. Did our opponent get annoyed in DC? I think they did. Connection issue. So KOing the Gardevoir gives us enough time to set up the Arbok here cleanly, which is nice. Six. Oh, I got one more Kingo. Fish it out. I've not played Giovanni, so if they have Potion here, which they could have second Potion, will be 1 in 5 to draw Giovanni to be able to clear still with the Arbok. Play Potion, I believe. Yep. Wait, them playing the second Mewtwo means we beat the potion. This is a very big mistake from the opponent. With the Pidgeotto face up on the board here. Gonna drive off every turn. They could just out of the potion and be dead either way, but if they have potion, playing through the Mewtwo is just wrong. Alright, we need to roll a Twitch ad. I'll throw the deck list up on screen for people that want to steal it while that's going. We'll see you in 120 seconds. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. Your deck is fire. It's actually dark. I would assume generally cosmetics in games like this are exclusive and they disappear afterwards, but we don't have any official confirmation from Pokemon Pocket on that. But they also don't seem like a company that's going to communicate much in advance. The Giovanni is a 2-star rare card. It's very confusing to me that some people's Windows Defender are having an issue with LD Player and other people's aren't. I ran a scan on mine, and the file was signed by Microsoft, just like any validated file is, so. I used the Pocket-specific installer like I recorded in my video. Dadly, thank you for the 17 months. Absorbit, thank you for the 7 months. The Charizard deck was really good. I think I might actually play it in the tournament tonight. It felt really clean. Someone demanding a response on Twitter from the Pokemon company like they were second dinner had me cracking up. Yeah, it's funny. Blue stacks get the same kind of warning sometimes too on devices. They all spoof Android devices, so Google flips out and confuses people sometimes. Someone else said the Windows Defender doesn't like APK files sometimes. And the Pocket specific one downloads the APK file for you by default. You can see that because APKs are technically third-party installer things that aren't signed. First, we'll lead on Pidgey. Evu Gaming. I will be incredibly surprised if Pokemon Pocket isn't very successful in the long term. I think they've done a fantastic job and have set the game up really well. I've played regular Pokemon TCG in the past, but I think in general it's obtuse and difficult to get into. I didn't make content for that game because there are no metrics for content for that game, and content is my full-time job, how I feed my children. Well, they're playing Charizard with Flareon as a secondary. That's interesting. Pidgey on curve is real good. Or Pidgeotto on curve is real good. I'll be right back, chat. Hold up. Didn't even miss anything. Perfect. Would you include Marowak EX as a top 5 deck? I think it is unclear which decks are good after... I think it's unclear which decks are good past Pikachu and Mewtwo right now. I think those are the only decks I would consider good and established. In case you needed living, walking proof that this game would be far worse than emotes, enter the socially unaware gamer who sought out a Twitch stream and followed it for the first time to say, and I quote, "Bro, I just clapped you." That's great. Congrats. I'm so glad they don't have freaking emotes in this game. I'm so glad they don't have emotes in the game. He can't see your message. Okay, so I'm gonna ban you too, so you can see when you're banned, you still get to continue listen to me tell you why you are banned. Thank you for trying to tell me I don't understand how the Twitch platform works. The platform that I've been streaming from for over a decade. And it's been my full-time job for almost 8 years. Thank you for the correction. I someday hope to have the confidence with which people on the internet are wrong. I think that it's gotta be a wild life to lead. To just like be that confidently incorrect constantly. Going second. Sneaky Snake enjoys going second. Get to crack with the Ekans and then corner with the Arbok. That's so funny. The person who is confidently incorrect previously had in their chat history they would no longer play Pokemon Pocket if it didn't gain a ranked mode. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. It's so hilarious how they always, it's always the type. Just like, yup. To the person that just wrote me an entire paragraph about how I don't understand game balance in the game that I've played for 100+ hours in the last month, while also having decades worth of TCG experience, I would let you know that I literally spent hours poring over spreadsheets of tournament data that you can see the results of here, where I talk through why Pikachu EX shows that it is the strongest deck. The idea that all EX Pokemon are similar and it's a core rules design thing is really funny given the fact that EX Lapras just released. But yes, EX Lapras and Pikachu EX, very similarly powered cards, very clearly a core design problem with EX Pokemon in general. Also, I don't even think it's clear that Pikachu EX is problematic or needs changing. I think it's just also objectively true that it's the best deck by all the metrics that we have. If you want to be extra picky and specific, it's maybe more fair to say it's the best known deck. Maybe there's a combination of cards that people haven't figured out yet that's better. But among the established decks that are being played in the tournaments that are happening constantly, Pikachu EX is the best by a significant margin. Jenna Verily, thank you for the brand new Prime. Appreciate it. I don't know that we're going to be able to beat this Machamp EX gamers. Maybe we could hit the Sabrina. Sabrina with Pidgeotto might buy us enough time. I am going to have a video showing mathematical detail about why red card is statistically bad most of the time published next week. It's been a busy week and I have other videos I wanted to get out, but I promise you I'm going to do the math for you so you can just link people to math. Yeah, I think with the X speed we're done here. I think it's just one-shot everything in our deck. I guess they don't one-shot Pidgeotto. If we hit our stage 1 this turn, are we good? If we hit our stage 1 this turn, we might be good. Because we Arbok, block this in. We might be okay, says Local Man going to die to Sabrina. So we crack this, and then this goes up. We crack them to 50. Yeah, we've got a line here. I assume trading will involve some type of trading currency or shine dust, and you'll only be able to trade 3rd+ copies of cards. Would be my expectation. Why your opponent should have red cards in their deck. Yeah, basically. Is there any news when trading is expected? Nope. Dina does not seem to communicate anything in advance. We are dead to Giovanni, and we are dead to second Sabrina. The promo cards only come from the Lapras event. I don't believe there is any official coverage of the tournament I'm playing in tonight, no. All right, gamers, it is after 3 o'clock here. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it an early day. If you're interested in my discussion and thoughts on why I think ranked mode would ultimately be bad for Pokemon Pocket, that's going to be going up here in the next hour on the Pocket YouTube channel. We also had an Alakazam Weezing highlight post there this morning if you're looking for some more deck gameplay from me. I will be off this weekend. You can expect YouTube videos up on the Pocket YouTube channel over the weekend, 1 or 2 per day. And I'll be live again come Monday morning with some Snap into some Pocket. We'll catch you on the flip side, gamers. Don't go in. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks for hanging out through the end today.